All right, well, hey there, guys. Welcome back to the Depressed in Session podcast, the podcast where we dig deep into our daily lives and mental health and emotions and all that stuff. Today, it's just me. It's just Weed Man. The other boys weren't able to make it for this week's recording, just scheduling conflicts and stuff. I probably could have recorded one with Fat Man, but my week has been so goddamn busy. Uh, that aside, it will just be me this week, so I can't really promise anything. It's basically just gonna be me rambling to myself in the car for an hour. So if that's not your thing, please feel free to click off. I would not. I, don't feel bad at all. I would entirely understand. Um, but yeah, so this week's gonna be a little bit different. Obviously, but I did want to point out that as this video is up, Monday the fucking 30th or something. Whenever this video is up and live, it'll be 6 months straight of one video every single week on this channel for this podcast. And I know that's not a lot in like the grand scheme of things, including everything else, but just that alone makes me proud. I don't really know why. It just kind of does. By the way, I am recording this in my car, so if you hear any car engines or whatever, I apologize. Anyway, hitting that 6 month mark, it makes me proud because it's something that I've stuck with and that we've all stuck with and that we've all worked on. Like, we've all done shit for this. And, like, yeah, 6 months straight isn't a whole lot because other podcasts are doing, like, 3 videos a week and have doing this for years and years and years and all that, but it's the small victories, It's the small victories you got to focus on, because if you don't. I mean, there's not a lot of like big victories in life. You know what I mean? Like, I can't think. Like, obviously, I have a couple big victories, like graduating and getting a car and like getting jobs and all that stuff. Those are like big dreams and stuff. But we got to focus on the little shit. It's weird. I think so many things, but I have nothing to say. You know, it's like in my head, everything's going on, everything's rushing, everything's zooming around, and I think so many goddamn things at once and just throughout the day. But when I try to like vocalize it or try to like say it, it doesn't translate well. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I did that intro like, oh, probably 4 times, I think, just because I had this idea of it, of what I wanted it to be, and it just wouldn't come out right. You know what I mean? It just wouldn't come out right. And like that whole like, oh, you gotta focus on the small things and dream big and all that. My words just fucking escaped me and just wouldn't work. And it's kinda happening right now as I keep talking. It gets harder and harder. I mean, not really harder. It like it drifts away from the original point. Anyway, tangent aside, 6 months straight of one video a week, and then I think it's been 3 months or 2 months, one of those, that we've done 2 videos a week of the podcast and the gaming videos. So 6 months of one video a week. And again, I know that's relatively small, but I am very, very proud of the fact that we've done this and that all the effort, it's been consistent. You know what I mean? That's been my biggest thing with this, is just staying consistent. Like, even if the videos and the podcasts aren't that good or they weren't as good as last week's or whatever, as long as we were consistent, that's what I try to focus on, is consistency. So even if something's not that good, I'll still choose to upload it just so we can get that consistency. Fuck it, I guess I can go in depth on why I think that. So now, I'm not like professional at this. Obviously, I'm not some big professional SEO expert or whatever. But from my understanding of the YouTube algorithm, and not really just the YouTube algorithm, but just like people's minds in general, it's like if you keep a consistent upload schedule and upload at this time, this day, yada yada yada, you keep that schedule, people will naturally start to be like, oh, it's Monday at 12, there's a new podcast out, or oh, it's Friday at 12, there's a new gaming video out. So even if they're not like actively thinking about YouTube, if they see that time or they're in that time of day and that mindset. They're usually in then. They'll be like, oh, that video might be there. Let me check. Or, oh, I want to watch that video. And so it helps like bring people in and keep people in. You know what I mean? It just consistency. It forms it like a habit in your audience, and that can obviously over time just grow your fan base and your views and all that. So that's why I'm so like just hyper crazy on consistency. Obviously, I know that compared to other things like quality of videos or quality of audio or other things that have a way higher more massive impact on everything, I really want to be consistent with it. I don't know. It's just something about it feels right to me. And it feels like that's what we got to do. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not really like, oh, this is the cut and dry thing of what you do to grow a YouTube channel, or like this is the most important thing for it, because there's a lot of other more important things. But to me, it feels like the key to it. And I don't know why, but it does. And so that's why I've made sure that everything's out on time and on schedule, because just it feels like that's what's gonna get us. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm legitimately just rambling at this point. So another tangent aside, talking about SEO and all that. So some things that the channel and the podcast, things that are getting worked on right now. So gaming content is probably going to be switching up, probably the most, to be honest with you. Just because I think I don't really know about the rest of the boys. But I know me personally, I'm just done with Overwatch 2. Blizzard is such a bad company and they're so greedy that I can't enjoy the game anymore. Like, all the shit they've done, canceling PvE after lying to us at launch and stuff like that. I can't play the game. I'm done with the game. I don't really know about the other boys. We might still have some of it on there, and I'll probably play it a couple of times. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but we're probably gonna be doing a lot of Valorant. Me and Poolboy, we started an ASTRONEER series. We're trying to get the boys in on that. And ASTRONEER is honestly a really fun game. I played it a little bit personally, and so I've been teaching Poolboy, and I'm probably gonna teach everyone else how to play. It's a really fun, just like space survival game. It's like a really cutesy. It's like a very relaxing game. So if that's kind of your thing, feel free to go watch those videos if you want. Cough link in corner with the card. Anyway, so yeah, Overwatch 2 we're probably going to be kind of stepping away from. Hypothetically, I haven't really that's not set in stone, but that's what it's looking like to me. Then for the podcast, as of right now, everything is kind of staying the same, just Mondays at 12. I really, really do want to get like a better recording setup and better audio for you guys and all that, because genuinely right now, it's literally just a laptop, a microphone in my car. So, we balling on a budget out here. But no, like genuinely, I would like better sound quality. All right, yeah, so I would really like to get better audio for you guys. It's just right now it's kind of not really in the books. We're looking at some place at Hallmark's place. We're looking at something about that and a couple other things. Really right now it's just kind of money, if I'm being honest. Microphones are fucking expensive, and to buy 4 of them, that adds up. You know what I mean? Like, not like I could buy one, one maybe 2 on a good week. But there's no way I could buy 4 $200 mics, like $800. Like, I mean, I could technically, like physically I could, but I wouldn't be able to pay my bills. You know what I mean? Or at least not comfortably. Like, I couldn't do it comfortably. There we go. That's what it is. I can't part with that amount of money right now comfortably. But I am looking into ways of getting more money to fund this podcast. If I'm being entirely honest, I'm considering getting a second fucking job so I can funnel even more goddamn money into this thing. That's my mindset, and that's where I'm at in my life. But if that does happen, hopefully, yeah, I can get a better microphone or something, because I've had this microphone since I was 19 years old. 19 or 20. I can't remember if I got it for my 19th birthday or my 20th birthday. But it was one of those that I got this microphone that I've been using since then. What is that? Fucking like 3 years? Almost 3 years? No, not almost 3 years, but like 2.5 years. Something like that. Damn, yeah, this microphone's been through a lot thinking about it. Damn, I've recorded so much stuff on this microphone. It's crazy. This fucking microphone has been goddamn everywhere. Like this microphone's probably traveled more than any other goddamn microphone on the earth. Like fuck, to be honest, I keep it right now. I keep it in my bag that I keep in my car. I have this backpack that I have my laptop, my microphone, my mic stand, my GoPro, wall bricks. Fucking, I have everything you could possibly need for recording in that one backpack, so I could just pick it up and go wherever. And so this microphone goes with me a lot. It's like every time before I go to the gym, or if I'm ever going to one of the boys' house, I grab the backpack and then I just have the podcast studio with me. If I'm not making sense, I think I did forget to tell you guys that I did like two really big dabs before this. I apologize if that's not your thing, but hey, we all have our character flaws, if you will. So if I don't make a whole lot of sense, that's why. Please forgive me. All right, so another thing with the podcast is that both Poolboy and Rolf are going to start helping edit. So that's going to be good for a multitude of different reasons. A, it makes them more involved, and that's just fun. Like I'm really enjoying like teaching them and showing them and all that. And it also means we can get more content out, which means we can get ahead. And if we can get ahead, we can take on more like bigger projects. Like right now we have a fake commercial that we recorded a while ago. But it's just there's not a lot of time to do there's not a whole lot left we got to do to that video. But the problem is we're trying to stay like we're not ahead. We're making this like the day before it goes out. Like I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like the majority of these episodes have literally been edited by me and finished at like 2 p.m. on a Sunday. You know what I mean? Or not 2 p.m., 2 a.m. on a Sunday. So it's very kind of like by the skin of our teeth. Like, oh hey, oh hey, all four of us happen to show up at the gym tonight. Let's go do one. So it's like it's very by the skin of our teeth, and so we're not really ahead, and so we don't have a lot of time to do those little things, unfortunately. But I'm really trying to get that video done. It shouldn't be too much longer. It really shouldn't be, especially if we're able to get ahead. That'll really be helpful. You know, folks, I'm gonna just be honest with you. I really don't know what the hell I'm doing right now. Like I was like, oh, this will be fun. I'll do a podcast by myself. And it'll be me, and I'll talk for the whole time. I'll say a bunch of shit, and then it'll be great. But now that I'm actually here, I don't really know, like, I don't know what to talk about. You know what I mean? It's like I have these things that I want to talk about, but it doesn't seem like it'd work. I mean, fuck it. I guess at this point I could literally just start talking about anything. I mean, yeah, if you guys have stayed to this point of the video, like most people click off around the 10-minute mark, and this should be like the 15 to 20-minute mark, I think. So if y'all are still here, comment down below saying I'm the 20%. No, not 20%. 10%? What the fuck is 20% of 60? Let's see. Hold on. 12. Yeah, I'm the 25% plus group of this podcast, meaning you watch 25% of the amount of time in this video. Comment that down below. Anyway, if you're here at this point still, you're probably just, I don't know, sad. no, I'm joking. So yeah, I literally could just talk about fucking anything at this point. Again, it's like I have all these things that I want to talk about, but I just don't have the words for them. Like, it's like I have a lot of things that I want to talk about, but there's something blocking me. Like, I just won't allow myself to talk about those things. You know what I mean? I know that's not really healthy, But at the same time, I feel like everyone has that stuff. That's probably mostly like a man thing, but yeah, that's whatever, you know. I mean, fuck it. I guess I could just give it a try, you know. I don't know. See, I think it's a fear thing. I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's like I'm not afraid to talk about those things. It's like I'm not afraid to think those things and like process those things and like deal with those things mentally. But I it doesn't feel like a fear. It probably is a fear if I'm being entirely honest. Like it probably is a fear, but it doesn't feel like a fear. It feels more just like a blockage that I can't vocalize it. It's like I'm entirely fine mentally processing it, but vocalizing it, I don't want to do that. You know what I mean? I again, it probably is a fear thing. I'm just gonna kind of accept it as a fear thing, but I don't know why that is. I really don't, because it's like you think it'd be the same, especially right now. You know what I mean? Like I could understand if I was talking to someone why talking about those things would be uncomfortable for me. But like literally right now, I am by myself in my car late at night. I mean, there was a homeless lady that walked by a little bit ago, but she, you know, whatever. So like no one's around to hear all this, but for some reason I'm still self-conscious about it. Like I still worry about it. Like this entire time I've been like, "Oh, am I being too loud?" or "Oh, am I being too quiet?" or "Oh, this and that." I don't know why, because it's like even when I'm by myself, I worry about what people think about me. You know what I mean? I mean, see, but the thing is with that is I genuinely do not care what people think about me. It's like I don't worry about what they think about me. I worry about how they perceive me. Like I even then it's not really a worry. It's just I think a lot about like when someone sees me, what do they think of me? Not what they think of me. When someone looks at me, I don't worry about what they think about me. I worry about how they perceive me in the way that I think a lot about how when someone looks at me, like say like first impressions. You know what I mean? Like they look at me and what assumptions that they make off of my actions. That's what I think about a lot. Is that I what others assume about me because of the things that I do. So it's like I worry or I think about like for instance me smoking, like my medical smoking, you know what I mean? I think about that a lot. It's like I think about because there are people that unfortunately just assume that all people that smoke are lazy bums, and there's kind of merit to that because yeah, they do kind of go hand in hand. I'll be the first to admit it. So it's like I think a lot about how just that one fact of something I do makes people assume all these things about me. And I know that's probably like a baseless fear because like I don't know. I completely fucking lost it. Yeah, I really don't know. I completely fucking lost it. God damn it. All right, well, I fucking lost that train of thought so bad. I do apologize. I'm very goddamn tired. I had to close work last night and then do something early this morning that was very physical, and then I went to the gym and it's very very late. So I do apologize. You know what? I am fucking tired. That's what this is. I am very goddamn tired. Yeah, I'm just fucking tired. God damn, I'm goddamn tired. I'm always tired though. I really am. Like no matter how much sleep I get, I always just have this constant fear of like tired. It's not as bad as it used to be. Like in high school. Yeah, fucking high school. High school and like right after high school, that shit. Oh my god, I was always tired no matter what. And I still have that. I mean, it's probably. I mean, honestly, I know the reason is because my sleep schedule has never really been that good. Um, But it's like I also, I mean, okay, this is more specifically for right now. Right now, my sleep schedule isn't the best. It's not the worst it's ever been, but it's not like recommended. It's not the recommended amount of sleep that doctors prescribe. You know what I mean? Um, so it's that, but it's also just that I work and work and work and work until I just kind of pass out. You know what I mean? So it's like I mean, not entirely like yeah, I still take some breaks on TikTok and all that shit, but I try to keep myself busy all throughout the day, no matter what day it is, except for Sundays. Sundays I kind of allow myself to be a little more chill because Sundays are my relaxing days. So I just work and work and work until I basically just pass out. I mean, part of that is because I don't really like that feeling of just laying there trying to go to sleep. It's just that's like the worst part of the day for me because it feels so unproductive. You know what I mean? It's like I'm literally just laying there waiting for myself to fall asleep. It's like I'm not doing anything. Like genuinely. Like yeah, it's supposed to be like relaxing and all that, but it's like it's not really stressful. It's just like it just feels unproductive to me, so I really don't like it. I know that's probably like very weird and probably kind of concerning if I'm being honest. That's just kind of how it is with me, you know. It's like I try to keep busy. I try to do as much as I can, and I try to be the best person that I can be. And honestly, I've been having a lot of progress on that recently. Like I've stuck with the gym. I've stuck with this podcast. I've stuck with my job. And it's like I'm starting to like who I'm becoming. You know what I mean? I really am. It feels like I'm evolving into my next like stage. I like I'm starting a new chapter in my life. I've had a lot of those moments in my life. Like I do think of different chapters I've had. You know, it's weird. It's like I can always feel when a chapter is ending in my life and when a chapter is starting in my life. I do not know why. I mean, it's probably not been like all. I mean, it's probably not been like always that way. Like I don't think I had it. I didn't like genuinely have it and understand that feeling until like 18, 19, 20, that sort of era for me. Uh but before that I had the feeling, I just didn't understand what it was, so I couldn't perceive it. But yeah, so it feels like a new chapter starting in my life, and I'm absolutely terrified, but I am so excited because I'm a lot better at facing my fear now and being confident and all of that. I really am. It feels so foreign to me, and it feels like it could come collapsing down around me any moment for no reason, but I'm still going. I'm not I'm tired of letting the fear stop me. Like I really am. I still have it. I'm not lying. I'm not going to front or lie to you guys. I'm still terrified a lot of the time, but I'm not going to let it stop me, at least to the best of my ability. Obviously, every now and again, it could get the better of me, but that's very rare nowadays. I mean, not very rare, but more often than not, I'm able to push through it and keep going and persevere and be dedicated. Dedication's a big thing in my life right now. I want to be dedicated to things so badly. I don't know why. I mean, I guess it's just because I've kind of never been too dedicated to stuff. Like I'd get stuff done, but I wouldn't really care about it. You know, like I kind of just like surfed my way through high school, skated my way through high school, whatever it's called. Uh, Kind of the same with Scouts. Scouts I took a little bit more seriously, but like I was dedicated in the sense that I felt like I not really that I had to. I wasn't very proactive in my dedication. That's what it is. Like I was dedicated enough because I was like, I'm not gonna fail this. I'm going to do it. But when and how, I don't care. You know what I mean? So it's like with scouts, like I'd go to the meetings every week, but I wasn't really paying attention to like my badge requirements and stuff like that, and my rank requirements. And so like I let it just kind of go by and go by and go by. And at one point, I even stopped it. Like I dropped out of scouts for probably maybe 6 months, so something like that. Because my girlfriend at the time, there was a chance that I could have graduated the same year as her if I worked my ass off in school. And so I was like, all right, well, I love this woman. Cough, cough, bullshit, high school romance shit. So I was like, oh, I want to do this for her. And so I dropped out of the Scouts because I was kind of burnt out on it. And a couple other reasons that I was kind of not enjoying it anyway. So I dropped out. And then me and her broke up. And so I was like, fuck, I made a mistake. And so I got in touch. Actually, no, I didn't even get in touch. I just given up on it because I figured, oh well, there's no time now. Until the committee chairman or chairwoman or whatever, she called my mom and was like, hey, so the place where fuck, what was it called? The place that they met. There's the charter for us. Basically the meeting place. They're like, oh hey, the place that's chartering us has this thing that they want to do, and it would be perfect for his Eagle project. And so my mom told me about it, and I jumped right the fuck on it. So I did my entire Eagle project, and I think I did like 4 badges in, oh my god, I think it was like 2 months or 3 months, maybe 4. I don't know. It was some short amount of time, but I got that shit done, and I finally got my Eagle. Um, but so I was never really too dedicated to that. In high school, I kind of only did it because I was legally required and the work was easy for me. So I was like, all right, cool. Um, but so I really just want to be dedicated and consistent with things. So going to the gym, working on the podcast, all that stuff. I really, really, really want to be dedicated to it and do the best that I can and be the best version of myself. So this new chapter of my life is basically about dedication. Yeah, it's about dedication and bettering myself and being the best me that I can be, possibly. And I'm working on that. You know, I've mentioned the gym and podcast countless of times. Um, and facing my fears. What else am I doing? Like I said, I'm probably going to be getting a second job. Maybe. I don't know. I want one so that way I can get more money, but I don't want one because I know it's going to take away time from the podcast and the things that I actually want to do with my life. So I'm trying to do some other things. Me and Hallmark, as we've talked about, we're trying to do some Amazon FBA stuff. That's what I'm really trying to focus on. Right? Well, not really. I'm really trying to focus on the podcast, but that's like my second or third most important thing right now. Is Amazon FBA and doing all that stuff and trying to get a side hustle. I've considered joining Hustlers University. I have. I almost joined it actually like a month or two back. When I was really struggling. Not really. It's just my work had cut hours, so there was like a week or two that was like just tighter than normal, and I panicked for no reason. Hey, whatever. So I almost did join Hustlers University, and I'm still contemplating it just because I want to see. You know what I mean? I figure there's no real harm in hearing those people out, hearing them out, and see what they actually can, see what they have to offer. And if I make money in the process, I'm not gonna care. I mean, granted, I'm not like a Andrew Tate fan. I mean, I guess I kind of am at this point. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I can really deny it anymore. I don't know. Obviously I don't like agree with everything he says and all the other generic shit that people say when they like Andrew Tate but don't want to admit it. I like what he teaches. You know what I mean about discipline and being the best you that you can be and all that sort of stuff. So I might try Hustlers University just to see, because money's money. You know what I mean? Even if money's not like a big thing for you, having more of it never hurts. You know what I mean? You know, I think more than I speak. I really do. I really do think more than I speak. And I don't think that's bad. I don't. It just kind of sucks sometimes because like for things like this, I want to be vocalizing my thought and keep talking and all that, but I just end up internalizing it and going back into my head and just thinking and thinking. It's like for the past couple of minutes, I've been having not full conversations, but I've been thinking things that I like, I don't know why I'm not saying this right now. But it's like I just have a habit of talking and then all of a sudden it'll just kind of shut off and I'll just go back to thinking. Like, I don't know why that is or what the hell that is. You know, I think I'll try to do more of these. where it's just me or just Rolf or Hallmark or Poolboy, where it's just us. I think singular podcasts would be good. I know this one probably wasn't the best or probably the most entertaining and very, very scatterbrained and all over the place. That's just kind of how I am, unfortunately. I try not to be. I'm getting better about it, but it is what it is. I do think singular podcasts, solo podcasts, are kind of hard. I think they go a little hard. You know what I mean? And they're extremely uncomfortable at first because it's like, oh, I need to talk about something for an hour. What the hell do I do? But I do think it's good because it's a good practice and a good exercise. Just having conversation and being able to keep the conversation going and thinking of this and thinking of that. And I think that if we all do that, even if it's like once a month or once every 3 months or some shit, even if we do that, it'll make us a lot better. Because it genuinely, like, sitting here and having to talk about something for a fucking hour straight, that's harder than having a conversation with your friends. Like, that shit, oh good lord. I mean, obviously it's not too bad. It's not hard. Like, I've made a lot of videos by myself and a lot of videos in this car and a lot of things by myself, but even still, just sitting down and being like, oh, I have to talk about something for an hour straight by myself is daunting. That's what it is. It's daunting. All right, well, all the tangents aside, I do think I'm going to make this one a little bit shorter. For the solo podcast, 30 minutes might be probably be good enough. I don't really know. We're still figuring all this out. But mainly, I just need to go to bed because I need to open at work tomorrow, so I cannot stay up any longer. I apologize, but that is going to go ahead and do it for this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it and understood what the hell I'm trying to say. I apologize if was weird and very scatterbrained, like I said, but hey, live and learn. More solo podcasts to come. Come back every Monday at 12 p.m. for a new podcast. Come back every Friday at 12 p.m. for a gaming video. We're playing a lot of Valorant. Me and Poolboy right now are playing ASTRONEER. The other boys are probably going to come in. Me and Poolboy might be doing a Cuphead series where we play everything on Expert. I'm just saying, if you're liking the footage we've been adding a Cuphead, me and Poolboy might be playing that soon. Keep an eye out for that. So that's going to go ahead and do it for this podcast. And remember that just like this podcast, depression is just a session and it too soon shall pass. We'll see you guys back here Monday at 12 p.m. with a brand new podcast. Friday at 12 p.m. for a gaming video. I hope you guys have a phenomenal week and everything goes good. And more of these to come. So you guys have a good week. You stay safe and be happy. Okay, bye.